Hey, all you all-stars. Today we're talking about everybody's favorite fairy tale plane, and it's not based on Shrek, Eldraine.
I'm Devin, and this is our good friend Dino, and we're going to talk to you about 5 cards that are good in cEDH and 5 cards that are good in normal Commander.
So, when we talk about cEDH, what are you most excited for, personally?
For me, it's all cards that are able to either tutor something out or get us some type of advantage or put our opponents at a disadvantage.
So that Beseech the Mirror is looking real nice,
Yes.
isn't it?
Beseech the Mirror is a great card. Of a lot of people I play who are into cEDH have their downsides for it because it is a 4-mana tutor. But how I see it, it's a 4-mana tutor where if you tutored with Demonic Tutor into a 4-drop, now you're paying 6 mana. Whereas this is a 4-mana tutor. If you tutor into a 4-drop, you're just paying the 4 once and you don't have to pay any additional costs.
Well, I mean, Hoarding Broodlord's seeing play, and it does pretty much the same thing. I think it's just better Hoarding Broodlord.
Yeah, it's a great Hoarding Broodlord. You can also tutor off of Hoarding Broodlord and sack the copy off of the Saw and Half token to tutor something else. It's a great card. I think it's going to see a lot of play.
Yeah.
For 4 mana, search any 4-drop or lower and cast it for free is really, really good. Another good card is going to be Talion.
Speaking of 4-drops, this set has a lot of them. I'm personally excited for Talion. You clone that twice and you just say, hey, buddy, have fun playing this game, because you just say 1, 2, and 3 and just watch every cEDH player just cry.
Yeah, I think Talion is going to break a lot of cEDH games, especially as a clone variant. Saying any low number 1 and 2 just alone, you're able to hit every single 2-drop creature, every creature that has 2 toughness, every creature that has 2 power, and it's just going to make them lose life while you gain advantage in drawing cards. Especially with 1, it hits Soul Ring, it's going to hit Dockside. 2 hits Dockside, 1 hits Dockside. Like, you're hitting a lot of cards, especially 3-drops like Aven Mind Sensor. That's a 2-1. Or Ranger Captain. No, Ranger Captain's a 3-drop for 3.
Okay, he's a 3/3? Okay,
yeah.
That's on me. Sorry about that.
Yeah, so you will have to stay 3 on that one.
Okay.
But everything else you're hitting. Draenith.
All of the
2-drop. That's a 1. That's 1/3.
Yeah. All of
Talion hits a lot.
Underworld Breach.
Yep. It hits a lot of cards, a lot of combos. You will see a lot of cards drawn in that deck.
Yeah.
And able to get it out turn 1 because of Jeweled Lotus, it's gonna hurt.
It's gonna be backbreaking.
Really backbreaking.
I think that might be the standout card if it weren't for another very cheap commander that's probably too cheap for her own ability. Agatha of the Vile Cauldron. For all of you who don't know what she does, she reduces the activated abilities of all creatures reduced by her power. And by colorless X.
It's in Gruul, so you're already able to ramp and add a whole bunch of counters just off of green spells alone. So you're able to make her big, really fast, really strong. So if you play any monstrosity decks out there, this is a great commander for those. So that way you're able to make your monstrosities cost like 1 green or 1 red.
Her and Kenrith, that's absolutely backbreaking.
Yes.
Because you just say, oh, hey, I put 3+1/+1 counters on her. All of Kenrith's abilities are reduced by that much. So being able to reanimate for a black and a generic, any creature in your graveyard, to just keep doing this.
To put counters, it's 1 colorless and a green, right?
Yeah.
So just doing that ability once makes that just 1 green.
Yeah.
So you're able to do it again. So now reanimating is just 1 black, and drawing cards is 1 blue, and gaining life is 1 white.
So moral of the story is stock up on your Linvalas and your activate curse totems. Which also brings us to her other part, her Vile Cauldron.
Yes.
And I don't know how y'all feel about this, but a 2-drop that says tap and exile target card from graveyard. All of your creatures you control gain the activated ability of said creature from graveyard, and put a +1/+1 counter on your creature. I don't even know what deck that you wouldn't want that in, because it's just an artifact.
With Agatha, it makes it so that way you're able to turn any creature into a monstrosity creature, and it also allows you to turn any creature into a Kenrith.
Or Najeela.
Or Derevi, or a Manadork. It just provides so much value that you're able to shut down a lot of decks and then get their activated abilities and use them on your own stuff.
Exile a Bloom Tender. Now you have 7 Bloom Tenders.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of gross.
It's gonna get rough real bad real quick. We'll see what the rules committee has for that.
They won't ban it. They won't ban Dockside. They won't ban that. Last card on our cEDH list that is probably important. You know more about this than I do, so why don't you?
Yes, Scalding Viper. It is a 2-drop red snake that says whenever an opponent casts a 3-drop or less spell, they'll take 1 damage. But it also has an adventure side that's also a 2-drop, so that means you're able to search it off a Spellseeker, which is annoying. That says return a non-land permanent to its owner's hand. So it's a red and blue card. You're able to search it off a Spellseeker, so now you have a creature that you can shoot off a Spellseeker.
Can you bounce it to? Can you bounce the bounce target to your hand as well?
I believe it's return any non-land permanent to its owner's hand.
So you can Spellseeker and get Spellseeker. Oh, I
believe it can do that. I believe you can bounce your own Spellseeker, recast your Spellseeker, get like Brain Freeze, then cast Scalding Viper for its 2-drop, and then you're technically protected. Now everyone will take 1 damage whenever they try to counter war you.
So to all those people who are like, green gets all the good toys, only one of these cards was green. The rest of them were not. So have fun like with that. But now in a more amicable transition, let's talk about EDH. First we have that little Fae boy. What was his name again?
Kellen the Fae Blooded. He's a great card. I think he's going to be a solid pick for Boros Voltron decks. You now have a tutor in your command zone that you're able to cast over and over and over again. I think it's going to be great casting a tutor for 2 on turn 2, so that way you can bring out like Sword of Amethyst on turn 3 with your commander, so you can start ramping in Boros. Is really good. You can also grab like World Slayer. You can also grab what is it?
Godsend.
You can grab Godsend.
Yeah.
What's the 1-drop?
Shadow Spear.
Yeah, Shadow Spear. No, the 1-drop enchantment that gives +1/+1 for each enchantment in aura.
Ethereal Armor.
Yes, you can also grab Ethereal Armor. It just makes your commander go a lot faster. Because you are in Boros, you have ways to remove your own commander so you can cast it again.
Well, it's like you could just, because Adventure is in exile, and it's a changing of zone, you could literally cast the Adventure side, let it go back into your command zone, cast the Adventure side again, and then by the time you're actually ready to win, you just cast your commander, equip him, swing out with all of the other creatures. You don't even have to like...
That's one combo that I've always been thinking about, because it's changing zones into exile that you're able to just put it back into the command zone. But no one has confirmed my suspicions if that's how commander cards work with Adventure, because this is our first time with commander cards with Adventures.
Thanks, Wizards. Speaking of staying on theme with Adventures, there's this Tamir giant lady. What is she? What does her adventure read again?
Oh, Baluna. Her adventure is a 5-cost 2 blue, red, green. You get to mill 7 cards, and for every adventure card milled this way, you add it to your hand.
Oh.
So you now have a let's mill 7, let's add 7, if you're lucky. But if adventure works as we think it does, because you're in Teamer, food chain loops go burr.
Oh, she's a food chain.
And you just get to add everything to your hand. So yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Another food chain commander that isn't a food chain commander added to the list, which is weird because now we've gotten 3 of them.
Yeah, and with all those new adventure cards coming out, it's gonna be fun to deal with that. Not really. She's also a 3-drop.
Wait, can you use food chain to cast the adventure side because they're still considered?
I don't know. It is a creature spell, but when you cast it as adventure side, it's an instant.
Wizards, please confirm or deny this. Please deny this. Don't let us do. Don't give us this power.
Don't let us food chain into an instant. That's no bueno.
Food chain into a counter spell.
Yeah.
Then win.
Yeah, that's no bueno. But another big creature that's going to make a splash in a commander is the Moonshaker.
Oh yeah, whiter hoof.
Yeah, whiter hoof. Now it gives everything flying, and it's +X for each creature you control.
Yeah.
So now if you're playing Selesnya, big creatures, big stomping creatures. Now you have Crater Hoof and that, so let's give everything +X twice with flying and trample. And then Triumph of the Hordes for the great finisher.
So jumping off of things with absolutely monstrous finishers, I think there is a card we would be remiss if we didn't talk about, and that is Roran's Scion of War. She's a red-black generic. Tap her. Spells you cost generic less for each life you've lost this turn.
Black and red spells.
Oh, black and red spells.
Only black and red spells.
What's a black spell that causes you to lose a lot of life that sees a lot of play in this format?
Adnaz. Adnaz is a great card.
Oh.
Appearance of the Abyss is also a great card.
Oh, right.
Both those cards you just cast, you tap Rowan, and now you're able to cast any of your X spells for basically free. I'm looking at you, Torment of Hellfire players, and also Examining players. You now get to cast it for X less, where X is the amount of life you lost this turn.
Also, she was good with Dark Confidant.
Yeah.
All of those. Necropotence.
Dark Confidant, Necropotence. If you're able to play at flash speed, you're going to have fun.
Emergent Zone for the win.
Let's see. If you want to splash in white and put it into a Mardu deck, you can go Phyrexian Unlife and Adnaz your entire deck.
That is
just
true.
Go Bird.
Yeah, because you don't lose life for having 10
Yeah.
points. Oh, you just win then and then. You just literally say,
Yes.
I win now?
Yes. Because Phyrexian Unlife says whenever you take damage, you get poison counters.
And
But-
loss of life does not count as damage.
Yep. So you can just grab your entire deck, put it in your hand, and win.
Ugh, that's going to be gross.
Now for the complete flip side of that is
For
Will.
brother.
Will, Scion of
Peace.
He does the exact opposite. Your blue and white spells cost X less for every life you gain. There is a lot of cards that just gain life. Approach to the Second Sun is one of them, and that will be your main win con.
Yeah.
You approach for 7. The next time you cast it, it will be 7 less because you gain 7 life.
I'm surprised Helios not the win con in that deck.
Heliod would probably be the win con because you're gaining a lot of life, and Walking Ballista will just get really, really big.
Oh yeah, you cast, you gain, let's say you gain 40 life in a turn. Walking Ballista straight up just says, one person's gone. Absolutely deleted from this game.
Well, Walking Ballista won't cost cheap.
No. The win con is Aetherflux.
Yeah, the
That's the
win
win.
con.
Yeah, the win con's Aetherflux.
Yeah, you're playing a life gain deck. All your life gain pieces will just cost X less. Oh, you can play...
Aetherflux costs X less.
No, because it's not a white or blue.
Oh, okay. So,
Unless you're playing Painter's Servants, which I think is going to get more play. Because it turns all cards you
pick a color, it turns
Yeah.
all spells into that have that color as well.
and cards in deck. So that means if you have a card that says search for a white card, you can search Aetherflux.
And this deck actually is a lot better than I thought it was going to
Yeah.
be, because I was like, oh yeah, what's the win con in there? And I'm like, Heliod.
Idyllic Tutor for 1 is not that bad. You can now add Aetherflux for 1 mana.
Almost better than Vampiric Tutor at that point, because it gets to your hand
Yeah.
too.
Let's see, what else in white? You can do
Oh, you
Beacon
can also
of...
replicate, or what's the blue artifact or spell that does the same thing for artifacts?
Transmute Artifact?
No, it starts with an R. It's a 3-drop.
Reshape. Not Reshape. Is it Reshape?
It's something with a re. Comments will probably call us out for that. So
War of Invention.
also,
That's probably it.
no. There's
There's a 3-drop blue with X that will cost X less, so that will just put Aetherflux on board.
there's a 3-drop. It's 2 blue, or it's 2 generic and a blue. Search your library for an artifact. It was the promo.
Oh, Fabricate. There you go.
There it is.
That's the card he's talking about. I need more context.
Sorry.
But yeah, all those cards will cost extremely less, so that means you're able to get Aetherflux faster and win extremely fast with that. Other than that, Beacon of Immortality is probably going to be the best. We're just going to double your life as many times as you want.
Also probably anything that just has tap, gain a life. So all those clerics, the one that gives you an angel if you have more than your starting life total, or 10 more than your starting life total. So it's definitely now that we talk about it, I definitely think it's gonna be a lot stronger than people give it credit for.
Yeah.
Because it has a lot more than we originally thought. These combos are actually kind of crazy and super reliable in those colors, because you can actually protect it instead of Roaring, where it's you're kind of mercy at the counter guys at that point.
That's why we put Rowan in the EDH pile. It could see a lot of cEDH play just because Adnaz is an extremely good card, and Pierre in the Abyss is also a really good card. And going Entomb, Reanimate, get Hoarding Brood Lord, Saw in Half, get sacrifice, guarantee the abyss, lose half your life. So you already lost 8 plus half your life. Every Expo is just free at that point.
Yeah. Beseech the Mirror, as we mentioned before, plus 3 drop, and so it just says, "Oh hey, I just won the game now." And this is only like some of the stuff that we're just scratching the surface, because I'm pretty sure like we're overlooking stuff. This is just the stuff we've just been able to like process and like,
this is just
into.
all the stuff that's currently out and released. I'm hoping for another Corvold.
They're not going to give it to us. As the Chilean player, they're probably not going to give us what we want.
They gave us 1 free color card. Balluna's 1 free color card. Just give me 1 more.
Yeah.
Just 1 more.
As the Chilean player and the Resident Sultai player, they're probably not going to give us really good stuff in either like 3 colors or like previously strong commanders, especially with the legacy of the Brawl commanders.
True. Well,
that's it from us.
Yep, that's it from us. We're just rambling on now.
Yeah,
so
sorry about that.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow all of our social media content in the links below, and we'll see you guys next time.
Yes, sir.